practice 9. This one is just fairly simple. We're looking through the information given us here, the types of activities and possible cost drivers. And they're asking us for each activity to classify it as unit level, batch level, product level, or facility level. Now, just to remind you of what these things are, if it is a cost that gets added at the unit level, in other words, for each unit that we produce, I'm going to add some cost because of each unit, then that's going to be a unit level cost. If it's something like a batch of cookies, if I'm a baker, and each cost gets added because a new batch was baked, then that's going to be a batch level cost. If it's something that is on the product level, it means that just by fact that I've launched a new product line, this cost applies to the product line. That may be something like advertising or something like that. And then facility level is exactly what it sounds like. If it's a cost that is related to the facility itself, I'm considering it to be a facility cost. So where purchasing is concerned, we would typically consider purchasing to be a batch level activity. For distribution, that would be, it could be actually product level or batch level. When we're talking about selling, we're talking about selling each unit. And of course, a unit could be a bag of something or a box of something, but one box, one batch, I mean, not batch, one box or one package or whatever is considered to be a unit level, and that's the appropriate classification for selling activities. Facility maintenance, that one's a little obvious, facility level. Inventory management. Now, inventory management happens at the product level because we're talking about inventorying a complete product line, not each batch, not each package, but the entire product line of, product A's inventory level, all of the costs associated with that. Executive management would be something that we consider to be facility level. For accounting, that is another thing that is facility level. These are some of those administrative costs that are assigned to a particular facility. Human resources, same there with facility level, and IT would also be considered facility level. And we're good there. Next, we're looking at each activity and being asked to identify which cost driver from the list could reasonably be used to allocate the activity's cost to multiple product categories. And it tells us that we may use the cost drivers more than once. So if we are talking about purchasing, and unfortunately, I think you do have to put in no if it's a no versus leaving it blank. Purchasing would never be related to the number of employees involved. It would never be related to square footage. It would never be related to the number of reports requested. Number of purchase orders, that is absolutely probably the number one way that if there is any other, that purchasing is typically allocated based upon. Number of units, that's a no. Number of shipments, actually a no. And then sales dollars, a no. For distribution, the only one that only once, I guess there are two in this one. Distribution would definitely be related to the number of units. And it could also be related to number of shipments. So shipments could be a cost driver for number of units. Sales dollars. Oh, we got to go back and put no in all of these. Okay, selling. Number of employees would not be appropriate there. Square footage, no. None of these things would drive the selling cost up. Number of purchase orders, no. Each purchase order could be so different that that's not even a factor there. You might, well, no, that's purchasing versus selling anyway. Number of units, absolutely. Number of shipments, typically no, for the same reason you could have a number of different, units sold within a shipment, and that could vary. Sales dollars, that would be a yes. Facility maintenance, number of employees, no. Square footage, almost always it's going to be square footage there. I don't see any of the rest of them that would apply. Inventory management. And for inventory management, we're going to be looking at number of employees, no. Square footage, no. Reports requested, no. Purchase orders, no. Number of units, that's the one we want to hit there. Executive management, would that be based upon number of employees? Yes, we're allocating cost in a lot of cases with executive management based upon the number of people. Square footage, no, that would have nothing to do with our exec team. The number of reports requested, no. Purchase orders, no. Number of units sold, no. Shipments, no. Sales dollars, no. How about accounting? Number of employees, nope. Square footage, no. Number of reports requested. Now we're getting into something that may be applicable to accounting. I know this column here has been no every time up until this point, but accounting overhead cost could definitely be impacted by the number of reports that they're requesting from accounting. So this would be a yes. Number of purchase orders, no. Units, no. Shipments, no. Sales dollars, no. HR, definitely could be number of employees. That is their area of management for us. No on the square footage. Reports requested. Purchase orders. Units, no. Shipments, no. Sales dollars, no. IT. This could also be related to the number of employees because you're talking about the number of employees that they have to service. And sometimes that's routine service for all employees. So the more employees, the more cost you're going to have assigned to them. Not on the square footage, not on the number of reports requested, not on purchase orders or units or anything related to shipments or sales. Let's hope we got all these right. Okay, we're good. Oh, it says partially correct. What are we missing? Accounting based upon sales dollars? That's interesting. Okay. I guess maybe from the perspective that sales dollars could be an indicator of the volume of accounting that they have to do. It could be an indicator of sales itself, and the more you're selling, the more you're going to have to do, but that would not have been my first choice or second choice even. Okay, but I can see some rationale for it. And then I think finally for this one, we are looking at which of the activities do you believe would be the most challenging type of activity cost to allocate to multiple product categories? Would purchasing be difficult to allocate to multiple product categories? No, that wouldn't be hard at all, because a lot of times that's what it's going to be based upon. You're buying for the different product lines. Distribution, that's a no. We could do that. Selling, nope, we could do that. Facility maintenance, that's not going to be a big issue there. Inventory management, that's what we do in inventory management. Executive management, that one could be, just because you're dealing with the people factor there. So trying to allocate how much of the different executives' times are need to be assigned to each one of the products that you are producing there or selling. Same with accounting. And the same actually with human resource management. IT could be the same. So typically what we're seeing is that these administrative costs are the ones that would be more challenging to actually assign to individual to the multiple products when we have more than one. So we're getting into these costs that, how much time does the CFO or the CEO or the head of HR spend on each product line, trying to actually categorize that and split it up, according to how much time they're actually spending on it. Could they do it? Absolutely. Is it worth the cost of actually tracking how much time they're spending on each one? Sometimes it's not worth the cost of actually trying to track it. As long as the job is getting done, it's a good idea to have some idea so that you can again have a better picture of what the actual cost for that product line is. And we are correct on that one, and that is the end of practice 9.